Hi everyone, this is Board Games Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty. Thanks for being here. Happy 2025. And first game of the year I'm going to talk about is Lost Lumina, coming out by Dranda Games. Now, this game here is a departure for Dranda, who normally puts out Euro style games. This is a player versus player two-person game. And if I had to distill what the game is, it is a card driven game of Risk. Okay, these cards are going to have battle points, action points, powers. You put people, you play cards, and you're going to roll a bunch of really shiny, beautiful dice. So I'll put the camera on the game to talk about it more. Okay, so now we're going to talk about this game here, kind of like how the plays go on. So each player is going to have a very distinct color of person that they are. They're little people, okay? And you have a bunch of them, equal numbers. Somebody puts out three, somebody puts out two, then the person with two plays the first card in the game. And when you play cards in the game, they're going to have three elements to it, like this card here, okay? The very top element of the card is a battle value. That battle is going to occur if you're in the same area as your opponent. Underneath that is a point selection, and that's how many actions you get to do. I should say action points. And like if it says two, you get to either move one person into the battle arena or move between areas. If it says three, same. You can do all movements, all adding, or a mix of them. And then finally, there's a power. And this one here says, as long as this card's in play, the other person cannot use the power of their card. Okay, and all the cards have little powers like you may do a reroll for free. Normally, you have to discard a card to do that. You count double your number of people in an area. Why does that matter? Because when you have battles, battles are a formula of how many people are in the area, plus the battle attack value of the card that was played, plus your die roll. But anyway, so let's suppose I play this card here, and it says I have three actions. So what I'm going to do is one action is I'm going to add a person. Second action is I'm going to add another person. And when I add them, you add them somewhere where you are or your opponent is not. And then for the third action, I'm going to move my player into a region with my opponent. When that occurs, the battle begins. Now, like I said, I just played a card here, and the battle on this card is 5. I have one of my people there, so I get to roll one die. Okay. My opponent, let's just say, boom, has this card here, and this one says it has an attack of 2. Attack of 2 and the power is you may reveal one card from your hand. If you do, copy its ability. So this basically has a low attack, but it gives you the flexibility of having um, a powerful effect on the game. And so I will say from my hand of 8 cards, I reveal, and it says here that I may do a reroll for free. Okay, and again, I have only one person there, so I have a die I can roll as well. So player 1 who's doing the attacking rolls, they get a 6. Wow, that's going to be tough. Okay, then this other person rolls and they got a 4. So the combined values is 1 player plus the attack, 6 plus the die makes it 12. Over here, my attack is 2. 1 person, that's 3 plus 4. Even if I re-roll this, I can't overcome that, so I lost, and my person goes away. Okay, and they stay there. Now they own that territory. And basically, you're going to be doing this until either all your cards are played out or all the people have been used up. At that point, you're going to score the people. Normally, they're 1 point per entity on the board, or if you control a region, there are thicker lines that denote regions on this board, and there are lighter lines that are areas within it. If you control an area, now they're going to be worth 2. Okay. If you control the region, I should say. And you're going to do that again, like about 20 minutes, and they're going to see who has the most points. Okay. So, and that really is the basis of it. Now, what would I say about the game, and who do I think would enjoy this game? There's a lot of player versus player games out there. If you're into those, yes. I think the game skews younger. I find this more interesting than Beer and Bread, which is a 2-player game I played recently. Beer and Bread is more Euro. This one I thought was more thoughtful because you had to think about the timing of when you play cards and when you move into an area. I thought that was pretty interesting. Watergate is like probably my favorite 2-player player versus player game. Boy, That game is amazing. A lot of war games are. This is a war game, but like I said, it's a different crowd. It's a risk type game. It's a card driven risk. And I think you can see that from my explanation here. For that reason, I think it skews, you can either say less complicated or skews younger. I probably give it a 2 out of 5 out of complexity because it's really just a matter of, knowing what your cards say. Okay. In the beginning of the game, you're going to be drafting. I guess you could go through and try to synergize the cards that you draft. I did not. I'm not bright enough to see that synergy or plan out that far because there's such a wide variety. So I just kind of took whatever I can and see where the chips fall. That's how I like to go. Also, I like getting to the meat of the game fast. The setup stuff like drafting and all that stuff doesn't really interest me. I consider that the out of gameplay. I know a lot of people consider it the in gameplay and very important. That's fair enough. But anyway, it was fun when I played it. Played it with my local family here, and it's very colorful. Plays very fast, very easy to understand. The decisions you make within the game are more complicated than the rule set, and that's always rewarding too. So if you're in the mood for that, check that out. I think you might like it. And if you have any questions about the further details, of which there are not, you can always write me and I'll tell you about it. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I hope this is our best year yet for you and for me. I think great things abound, and I can't wait to see what we all do. Okay, so until next time, be well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.